Good morning, YouTube. Thought I'd do a quick day in the life today. What I have planned for the day: I need to record a video for my students. I need to start studying because I have finals coming up, and I need to ensure that I'm on track with the markets because the 10-day just got reclaimed in the small cap index. And apart from that, get dressed, get ready, and start with my studying because I really need to do that. So that's the focus for the day. I thought I'd do a quick day in the life because you guys have been asking for it. But this is exactly what it's like to be me. It's a Monday. I don't have school because classes are over and I'm flying out home soon, but need to get those finals out of the way first. Let me show you the chart though. Right, so this is the small cap index chart, and as you can see, this has very clearly reclaimed the 10-day moving average. Now what we do is we wait for stocks to set up. After that, we wait for breakouts to happen, and also the breakouts that have already happened right now, like Infobean, for example. I want this to continue moving upwards. What this will do is it will give me an idea of how the market is reacting to breakouts. See, simply going over the 10-day is not enough. You need to show that you are able to also have that same action come into stocks as well. We've seen this time and time again where the market reclaims the moving averages, but that doesn't do anything because you're not seeing the follow through action in stocks. Now, what I have left to do is I have to scan the IPOs, and once I'm done with that, I will record the video for the community and that will be sent over as well. I've been wanting to talk about the importance of choosing the right mentors as you go along this journey of life. Keep in mind, I'm just 21 years old, so I do not have a lot of experience in what it is like to actually live life for a long period of time, consciously at least, right? I've been probably living consciously since I was 15 or 16, knowing what I am going about in life, what I want to do, whether that was to get into a certain university or whether that was to get into, you know, trading after that or whatever I wanted to sort of achieve later down in life. But one thing that I needed to understand, and I'm so glad that I understood this early on, and something that I want to impart to you guys as well. And this does not matter if you want to become a trader, if you want to become someone who's, an artist, whether whatever your passion is, whatever your line of work is, always find a mentor. And I believe in this, that there should be two types of mentors. You should have a mentor who is hands-on, someone who can help you as you're going about your daily sort of life, and another mentor who is idealistic, someone who you can't necessarily meet and someone who you most likely will not even be able to meet. So for me, for example, my idealistic mentor is Virat Kohli, right? He's been someone who's changed the way that I look at life in terms of every aspect I can think of, like whether that's my hard work, whether that's my mentality, my mindset, the way I look at family, the way I look at my relationships, the way that I look at partners. Every single thing has been influenced to such an extent because I consider him to be the ideal man. But my hands on mentor has been someone completely different, who's the person who helped me with trading, who helped me get started, who helped me understand what it is that I need to do in those initial phases, someone who was the catalyst towards getting to where I am today. That is the importance of having two mentors. One person who you idolize, someone who you know you won't probably meet, but you can aim to be the best, perfect version of themselves, even they will not be perfect, most likely either. And the second one who is hands on with you, someone who is behind you, continues teaching you, continues staying with you, continues pushing you to new extremes. I feel like a balance between the two of them is an ideal combination to catalyze success. And I've been thinking about this for quite some time. I've told this to a lot of my students as well, who I teach one on one, that you need to understand the importance of mentors and the two different types of mentors that you should have. Apart from that, I was just getting done with some more work and looking at the charts as well because I needed to prepare for tonight. And markets are still weak, nothing much doing, just what I explained in the morning, that it's not really the time to indulge into the markets. Gold and silver are looking decent, it's going upwards, but no real entry point for me right now. So I'm probably just going to enjoy this protein shake and get back to studying. But I wanted to touch upon the importance of two mentors. And once I'm done studying, I'm excited to get back into the full swing with content, with just, work that genuinely pushes the needle for me. So that's the plan. And yeah. I feel like the entire theme of 2025 for me has been this year of internal growth but external stagnation. And what I mean by this is that it's been probably the toughest year that I have seen in terms of external results. Yeah, definitely I've seen growth on Instagram, I've seen growth in my trading, but it's mostly growth internally. And now that the year is sort of coming to an end, with we're already halfway through December, it just hit me how much I have grown internally, how many things have changed for me inside, the way that I think, the way that I perceive tasks, the way that I handle failure. To be honest, the biggest lesson has been the way that I handle failure. I don't remember the last time I was able to handle failure in a mature way, in a manner wherein I am able to sit down, think about what's happened, figure out a solution to that problem, and then go ahead from there. And I feel like a year from today, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to watch this video, and I'm sure that I'm going to have built a brand that's really something that I resonate with. And I'm going to always be able to look back and say that, Prerit, you needed that year of internal growth but external stagnation, because that year taught you the importance of sticking with yourself when you need to, and results coming in the form of delayed gratification. So I'm sure that my time is coming, and I'm sure that I am able to achieve everything that I want to achieve. But the theme of 2025 has been um, internal growth. But one thing that I wanted to say on record for something that, as something that I want to look back at, is that this year I learned the importance of really running your own race. Now, keep in mind that I was in a position where, at the age of around 18, I had entered the stock market. So, at a pretty young age, I had entered the stock market, deciding that, stock market is fun. 19, I started learning to trade. At 20, I was like, okay, now I know how to trade. And now I'm 21. I just turned 21, but now I'm 21. And in this entire period of 3 odd years, it's been like growth, 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 but the results have just not kicked in. And at the same time, I'm looking at people around me, and they're doing amazing for themselves, and I am so happy. But there's obviously that, touch of human emotion that comes in, where you sort of start questioning that, what is it that they are doing that I'm not doing? What is it that they are doing that I cannot do? Am I on the right track? And this year taught me the importance of running my own race. That, throughout this year, I was battling myself that, why is it that I'm not having that level of success that I'm seeing my colleagues have, and what am I doing wrong? And in a way, it pushed me to do more. It pushed me to have high ticket sales. It pushed me to have my market monitor. But at the same time, I was like, am I even on the right track? And that process was not easy to go through. It was probably one of the most challenging periods of time, but it really helped me grow so much. And that's what I'm coming to, that I learned that everyone in life picks a race to run. The moment you switch races, you lose the edge that you've been building for so long. I have picked my race and I love what I do. It's time for me to wait for my finish line to start appearing. Just because my finish line is not appearing right now does not mean that it will never appear, right? Success can be delayed, but it cannot be denied. And that is my key takeaway from this year, that all of that long periods of internal growth have led to the realization that success cannot be denied, but it can be delayed. And I don't know, it's just been a revelation for me. Lots of periods of self-doubt, that self unvalidation is what I'm going to coin it to be, that नहीं तू नहीं कर पाएगा यार, तेरे में नहीं है. And I've had that feeling for a lot of time, but I learned that, you need to start to believe that you're the one, that you're the man. Because if you don't have that feeling, you're not going to be able to achieve it. And yeah, it's been, as you can tell by this entire period of ranting or whatever you want to call it, that it's not been an easy year. It's been a year of a lot of growth. but it's been a year that I've really, really cherished. I think 2025 for me, tough year, but a year that sets the foundation for the future. 2026, 2027, if things go the way that I've thought, if things go the way that I've visualized, they're going to be breakout years for me, pun intended. But yeah, best believe, all glory to God. And one of my mentor actually said this line that stuck with me, that हार में कभी भूलो मत और जीत में कभी फूलो मत. And it's beautiful. When you're losing, don't forget him, don't forget your ability. And when you're winning, don't think that you're the only one who is able to do everything, because all it takes is one humbling incident and you're back to zero, right? So that's my key takeaway from this year. And I just wanted to reflect on what it's been like to be Prerit this year, what it's been like to go through the tons of emotions, but on to hopefully better and better things. And yeah, my goal is to really take this YouTube thing in really seriously, because I feel like I have so much to give. I can impart so much motivation, so many things that I've learned, and I would love to be able to give that to a larger audience. So the point of YouTube is to build a personal brand, to build a brand wherein you can know what it is that my brain is thinking about in this moment of time. How am I dealing with hardships? How am I dealing with success? Because next year I'm going to have success. I've already decided that, right? I've already seen it. My subliminal has already seen it. My visualization tools have already seen it. It's happening. It's about how I'm going to react, how am I going to be a better human being, and how am I going to continue doing that for years on years to come. And if God wishes, and if God decides that, Prerit, you need to fail again, how am I going to go through that process? And how am I going to tell myself that, yeah, it's okay. We go again, and we go again, and we go again. So stick through this YouTube journey. I think it's going to be pretty cool to look back at. And I'm excited to see a year from today, after doing once a week videos, where we end up, right? So I don't know. I'm entering this phase where I've decided now that I want to take it seriously. And I feel like this is the most sustainable way for me to do it. Sitting, talking, because I like to look back at these. And yeah, that's me. So let's do something that's me this time, not something that's good for the growth of my profile. So yeah, let's do that. And thank you so much for tuning in for this first vlog, for this first session, whatever we want to call it. And let's go ahead and let's see how it turns out to be. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll see you guys in the next one, probably back home. So be interesting. Different setting, different environment. See you guys.